In life, everyone has their calling. For some, it's to journey to space. For others, it's social reform. And for still others, it's to party as hard as they can.
One.
Hey Justin, you ready for tonight's party at Sebastian's house?
Yeah, I can't wait. Is there anything I should be concerned about?
Nah man, we don't party like that. We're responsible.
Alright, well how are we gonna get ready for this?
Well...
Hey guys, and welcome to my house. We're having a party today, and no party is complete without a piñata. So we have our friend,
Well, what do we got here? You gonna tell us what candy is, big guy? Huh? He's the quiet type. We're gonna have to do this the hard way.
you asked for it. You ready? Goodbye, friend, but you've earned it. Oh, it's a dud.
Hey man, I bet there's some physics in there somewhere. It's alright.
Interesting.
Physics moment!
Hello, and welcome to Stanford University. What really happens when Gabe hits the piñata? Well, whether he likes it or not, he's entering a committed relationship, a forced relationship. So what happens is that when Gabe hits the piñata hits him, having a forced pair relationship where the force incurred by both is equal and opposite. But what we didn't study in physics was what happens to dictate how much force is between the object. It's not how much that Gabe loves the piñata, though you should have seen him off camera. What really happens is that since the piñata is a smaller object, it dictates how much force is happening. So, when Gabe hits the piñata hits him, and the piñata dictates the force. If Gabe were to dictate the force, he would need to be hitting like something horse-sized, with a bigger mass, in order to have the force pair be equal. Alright, let's stop talking about Gabe's relationship and get back to the party.
Physics moment!
And welcome to Harvard University. Yes, Harvard. So, what is wrong with Gabe and Justin's approach to this problem? Well, when they set up the cups, they set them really precariously close to the edge, which means that at any minute they could fall. Now, why could they fall? Because of gravitational potential energy, which equals mass times acceleration times height. What I'm trying to say here is that at every moment, if there is an object in space, it is getting acted on by gravity at negative 9.8 meters per second squared, which means there's always the downward force on gravity. Now in this scenario, the downward force of gravity is being repelled by the upward force of the table on the objects. However, with the slightest bit of activation energy, it all falls apart. Now, in this scenario, the gravitational potential energy was transferred to kinetic energy, as we witnessed when the cups were falling. Now, was it all transferred to from gravitational potential energy to kinetic energy? No, there's a little loss to heat when I hit the cups. However, it's still a problem with Gabe and Justin's setup.
What my friends and I like to do during any occasion is trade shows with our gloves. And what gloving is dance with white gloves and lights in the fingertips. And you bet you there's physics in here too.
Physics moment!
Hello and welcome to Princeton University. Yes. Sorry, I had something in my throat. Alright, let's get down to business. Lights in our gloves. It's really simple. It's 2 watch batteries, a plastic casing, and an LED bulb. Now, the physics in this is that the electrons from both batteries are transferred into the light bulb here. And the current traveling from the batteries passes through the prongs into the LED bulb, making it shine. And it's a complete series circuit, and it keeps going around and round. The plastic casing pushes the prongs together on the batteries, allowing the current to flow. You're able to switch it on and off by having the prongs removed from each other.
Great, good job. 1.
Now let's talk about light. Light is a wave, and waves are classified by the electromagnetic spectrum, which is...
The electromagnetic spectrum is the entire frequency range of different electromagnetic waves. The electromagnetic spectrum includes radio waves, microwaves, infrared waves, visible light, ultraviolet rays, X-rays, and gamma rays.
1.
On the electromagnetic spectrum, what we perceive through our eyes is visible light. And the certain colors on the visible light spectrum is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. All called Roy G. Biv. One thing that glovers really like for their peers to experience are light trails. And light trails are an optical illusion that are experienced in your retina. Now, as an object moves and the light is attached to it, your eye perceives it in real time as the light's traveling with the object. Now this is an optical illusion as your eye has a certain shutter speed, like a camera does. And as the light travels to the back of your retina and it moves, it keeps on getting a different bunch of images, all showing at the same time. And you get to experience something like this, as if the light is moving with the object.
Physics.
Physics!
Physics moment!
This is UCLA, and we're going to be talking about speakers and sound. Sound is transmitted via longitudinal waves in which the particle motion is horizontal. So, in order to increase the sound output, we need to increase the amplitude. A normal sound wave would look like this. But when played through the speaker, the transistor within will increase the amplitude of the waves projected without changing the frequency to look like this.